Hey there, I'm back, and I wanted to share a haul that I got of some cool stuff at the flea market. So the first thing I found was a visit to the children's zoo. It's a little golden book. That's the original price, 39 cents. And this is from 1971. So it has some pretty cute illustrations in there. The farm animals and these attractions at the zoo. So I like that. I thought that was a cool find. All the books I'm about to show you were $1. Then it's Dr. Dan at the Circus. These books always are missing the band-aids because, you know, whoever was the original owner, they wanted to get the little band-aids off. This is 1960, and look at that. Look at those little girls. Cute little dresses. Let me put it down so you guys can take a look at both pages. Yeah, so I thought this was pretty cute. And there's the back. I found this really cool practical sewing book, and it's not hardcover, but I thought this was cool. And I made myself some little bookmarks so I wouldn't miss some of these cool things that it has inside. Look at that old-fashioned sewing machine. Those really cool vintage irons. And then it has, you know, images like this, the patterns and stuff, and stitches. Let me go to another one. But I liked it that it had these, you know, these images inside, dealing with sewing. Look, that's pretty cool. Look at that fashion. I love that. Let's see, here's another one. That was really cool. Yeah, so usually these books don't come with, you know, pictures like this, so I thought that was a really cool find. Yeah, and then they have the patterns, but look, even there's a little picture, which is nice. Let me go to my, they have this about collars, and then they have Donald Duck. I don't know why, maybe because of his little shirt has a collar. They have this nice illustration right there. There are some more patterns. And yeah, so and these are pretty cool, and these are in colored illustrations. Look at that, so pretty. Yeah, so I was excited about that. I love this illustrator, and her name is Gyo Fujikawa, and her illustrations are so beautiful, and I was so excited to find this book. I think I have another copy of this, but it's a later date. But this is a 1957 copy, and it's a Child Garden Verses, but it's her illustrations, and you'll see they're really beautiful. I was really excited. Anytime I find a book of hers, I always get it because I just love them. Look at that. They're so beautiful. Look. The little boy in his bed with all his toys. There's another one. Look at that. So yeah, I just love these, and I don't know, you guys are probably familiar with her work, but like I said, I just love it. Yeah, and there it is. Then I also found 2 of these Betty Crocker parties for children, and I couldn't believe he had 2 of them. And you know, these are cool. Let me see. This is from 1964. And I love this book because not only, you know, can I use it for junk journaling, and it has really beautiful illustrations, but I can also use it, you know, to get ideas for when I do my therapy sessions with my kiddos. So I think this is going to be great. Look at that. Fruit, and there's something about time and a telephone. I guess these are all games. And then Animal Hunt. Look at that beautiful illustration. Yeah, so I'm gonna be reading this and getting ideas. Newspaper race and tightrope walking race. Look at that, underwater. So I was so excited and so happy to find this. Look at that. So cute. I was really, really happy with this find. And I got 2 of them. Yay! Okay, so I also found this Shirley Temple Storybook. And the cover is really simple, but you know, I could also use this. And that has beautiful illustrations on it. And then it has, there she is reading. Has these illustrations, but then it has a 2-page illustrations like these. So, yeah, look at that. Look at that beautiful illustration. So I was really happy with this one too. And yeah, like I said, it was $1. Look at that. Emperor's New Clothes. Yeah, so I thought that was a cool find. Then I got some cool magazines. This is the Illustrated London News, and it's 1959. And it's interesting to look at the ads because, you know, since it's from England, like some of this stuff, well, most of it we don't have here, or we didn't have here at that time. But look at that fashion and that Christmas. The Jaguar car, and, you know, like with any of these vintage magazines, there's a lot of cigarette ads and a lot of whiskey and liquor ads, but some of them are really interesting. And I thought, look at this. This is so beautiful. I love these Thumbelina illustrations, and they're black and gold. Then they have this, and these were also $1. There's some more of the Thumbelina. So and there's a paintings. There's another ad. Look at that cute box. So I really like this magazine. Look at that old-fashioned vintage ads. Yeah. And then I got this Hertz International Cosmopolitan. It's from 1933. And this one also has some cool ads. Look at that fashion from the 1930s. Cool illustrations. So I thought that was a really nice find also. And I was surprised that, you know, the vendor gave this to me for $1. Because some of these magazines could, you know, sometimes they sell them and they want like $5, $7 for them. So I grabbed it up, and I was really happy with that. Yeah. I also got this. Now this one is falling apart. It's 1951, and it's a Life magazine, but I really didn't mind that it was falling apart. I like the ads in here, and look at that. Even though, you know, they're coming apart, I mean, that just means I don't have to take it apart, which is going to be easier for me. I'm not going to feel that bad, you know, using these. Look at that phone. Yeah, so look at that. And then this one, I was so happy to find this one because it's a Women's Home Companion. It was originally 10 cents, and it's from 1939. And these are harder to come by because they're women's magazines, so they're going to have more, you know, like fashion and beauty products and things like that. So I was really happy to find this one. And this one was also $1. Look at that hairdo. And look at this illustration, so cool. Here's some vintage ads for Campbell's soup. Some more ads, and what I really wanted to show you guys, I was really excited to find this, was there's a spread here of fashions. Look at that, which have, look at these beautiful dresses. I just thought those were really beautiful, really pretty. Look at these. And then there's also these. And here's some more. Look at those beautiful dresses. Can't believe it. So this was a really nice find. Look at that. Look at those shoes. My God. They're so beautiful. They don't make anything like this anymore. Look at those shoes. Yeah, so that was $1. Then I found this box of Ballet Star paper dolls. And this is like from the 1980s, so it's not that vintage. But I thought this was really cool. And they haven't been taken out of their you know, original paper. So all the outfits are there. And then the dolls. And then I could even use the front, you know, the illustration on the box, which is pretty cool. And then these last two things that I'm going to show you I was really, really excited about. So I saw this box, and it's a Christmas box. And, you know, they had it off on the side, and I opened it, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. So, let me put the box over here. They have this cool, you know, handmade Santa Claus, and he's jointed, and you can move his hands, and look at that. So somebody did a lot of work on this. And, you know, this is pretty cool Christmas decoration. It also came with Mrs. Santa Claus. Look at her. Her beautiful dress. Look at that. Look at the little holly. And the lace on the bottom of her dress. And look, this is so her dress can be rounded. So somebody did a lot of work on that. And oh my God, you guys have to see this box full of vintage, sorry about that, vintage Christmas ornaments. I couldn't believe it. Look at this. It's so cute. Somebody, and these are handmade. I believe they're handmade. I don't know, you guys can correct me, but I think somebody actually beaded all this stuff, because it just looks handmade to me. Look at that, so beautiful. Look at the star and the little bell. Look at this one, so cute. The snowman and this other. Look, they're dimensional. You know, look at that. I love these. These are so cool. The little Christmas basket and the presents inside, and the little sleigh. Look at these little cute little dolls. And the Christmas tree. Look at this pretty pink one. I mean, aren't these really pretty? I'm going to be hanging these up for Christmas. Look at that vintage Santa. And the angel. Here's another angel. Here's another one of those really dimensional ones. The bells. Look at this cute little thing. Look at the little angel. Look at that. Aren't these beautiful? Somebody went through a lot of work to make these. I just thought they were so beautiful. I was really, really excited to find this. Yeah, look at this. And then here's some more. So yeah, I couldn't believe it. And I paid $4 for this. It was like such a great find. I couldn't believe it. I just love these. I'm going to use them for Christmas. And then the last thing I wanted to show you. I saw these frames, and when I got there initially at the flea market, and I went by the vendor and I was like, oh, I don't know if I should ask about these because, you know, they look really expensive. So they're vintage postcards, and he had them behind this frame, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna ask. And so I went and looked at the other vendors, and then I was like, what? Well, why didn't I ask? You know, if it's too expensive, I'm not gonna get it. So I went there, and it was almost, you know, they were packing up to go, and I was like, so how much do you want for these you know, these frames with the postcards inside? He's like, well, I don't know, you know, give me $10. And I was like, but I don't really want the frame. Well, $10 was, you know, a really good price because these are vintage postcards. But I didn't want the frames, and I didn't want to like take the glass and all this stuff. I just wanted a postcard. So the guy started taking the frames off, and then we were trying to kind of like get them off this mat board, but it was really hard because they're really glued onto there. So one of them actually chipped from the corner, and then the guy was like, oh no, he's like, that one's chipping away, and then he's like, you know, this is going to be really hard to take them off of there, so I'll just let you have them. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you could take them. I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't believe it. And look at these are so beautiful. So he gave these to me. Look at that beautiful postcards. And I didn't want to take these off of the mat board because I really want to put another frame on them because I think they're really beautiful. But yeah, I got these, all of these I'm going to show you for free. So these were the ones that I had originally taken off of the frame when I came home. Let me see if I find the one. Look at this beautiful one. Look at this one. And they're dimensional, so they're really cool. And the one that we had originally tried to take off, look at this one. I mean, they're like embossed, and they have like that sheen to them. I don't think I see it here. I might have left it. But I took, you know, I used my cutter, and I cut some of, you know, this, so it has, the frame is not as thick as these, but it's just one, and I mean, it looks perfect. So I couldn't believe that he gave these to me. And then the last one is this one, and this one is also, oh, well, I think I showed this to you before. Yeah, this one's still in the frame. Oh yeah, and here it is. This was the one. See how it's chipped, a little chip right there? But, and see how this is skinnier? That's because I cut it. I cut the you know, the little mat, just so it didn't look as chipped. But look at that beautiful postcard. Yeah, so that was my haul, you guys, from the flea market. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like my hauls, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.